ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। गीता सुगीत कर्तव्यम किमन्ये शास्त्र विस्तरै यः स्वयं पद्मनाभस्य मुखं पद्माद् विनिसृतः। So, today we are going to start a special style of discussing Bhagavad Gita. Here we are going to discuss the shloka as well as the anvay. You please understand the meaning of the word anvay. The shloka which is in front of us is in the form of a poetry. It is called padyansh. And anvay will be in the form of gadyansh. Just like now I am not speaking poetry. I am speaking normal sentences. So how the shloka will look if it is spoken in the form of a normal sentence, we will present before you, and then how we will see how it helps us to understand the shloka too. Okay? Have you heard this anvay? I don't know if you have learned Sanskrit a little bit, then you understand. So it is not difficult at all. We'll just see how it is done. First we'll chant the shloka. I'll chant the shloka. Klebyam mas magamaha partha naitattvai upapadyate shudram hridaya daurbalyam tyaktotishta parantapa. So let us first try to understand the meaning of these words, and then we will read the anvay. Klebyam, hold on, yes. I'll go to the word. Klebyam means impotence, napunsakta, or not having the ability to do something. Ma means not, and sma gamaha. Gamaha means going, and sma means it should not happen like this. Ma sma gamaha. You should not go. You should not go and take to this importance. Partha means son of Pritha. Na etat tvai upapadyate. So very easily you can understand. Na etat. This kind of importance, tvai, in you, upapadyate, is not befitting. It is not at all befitting that a person like you, who is the son of Pritha, that you should take to this kind of importance, this kind of klebyam. Why? It says shudram. It is very insignificant. Hridaya dorbalam. Durbalta, you understand if you know Sanskrit. Durbalta means weakness. So this is how Prabhupada is translating. Hridaya dorbalyam means it is coming out of weakness of heart. Tyaktva uttishta. Tyaktva means give up, and uttishta means rise up. Parantapa. Parantapa means you are able to give. You are able to chastise your enemies. It doesn't become of you that you should develop or you should manifest such importance. Now let us. Am I going too fast? Are you able to understand? You're able to understand. Okay. Let us see the anvay. Hey Parth. Hey Parth means oh Parth. Is it not? Klebyam mas magamaha. Do not. Klebyam means importance. Do not take to this importance. So is it not like, it's not like a poetry, is it not? Now the word hey is added there just to complete the sentence. Hey Parantapa, O chastiser of the enemies, Shudram Hridaya Dorbalyam Tyaktva Uttishtaha. Giving up, Shudram is this insignificant weakness of heart. Give up, Tyaktva, you give up this, and Uttishta, you rise. Does it make sense? Do you like to, would you like to have this anvay, or you think it's too much Sanskrit? It's not too much Sanskrit, it's just Padyansh converted into Gadyansh, like this. I think you're able to understand. Prabhuji, how many languages you want to teach us? Bengali, Hindi we know, Bengali also, now Sanskrit also. You should have told us before enrolling us in this Krishna consciousness program. Nobody enrolls us like this. Everybody says, we will charge only 500 rupees. And then later on they say, oh, this money, that money, this thing, like this. Srila Prabhupada said that one time, if I would have told you how much austerity you have to do to achieve Krishna consciousness, you would have never taken to the process. But since we have taken to the process, we don't want to go back. But it is nice to learn the shlokas nicely. Okay, we'll go ahead. Translation, O son of Pritha, do not yield to this degrading importance. It does not become you. Give up such petty weakness of heart and arise, O chastiser of the enemy. Something which has to be learned from this shloka, the translation itself. You see, is it not that in our life we give in to so much of weakness of heart? We know that this is not good for a devotee to do, but we do like that. So just like Lord does not expect Arjuna to behave in this or think in a way which is not befitting a Kshatriya, Lord also does not expect the devotees to behave in a way which does not become of a devotee. Or in the execution of our Krishna consciousness, if we give in to weakness of heart, how will we execute Krishna consciousness? Oh, I'm so tired. How will I chant my rounds? Oh, there are so many problems in my home. How can I chant my rounds? Oh, my son is so whatever. Son used to come first, now he's coming fourth. How can I chant my rounds? So if we have this kind of weakness, how will we execute Krishna consciousness? So whatever is Arjuna had to fight a war. We don't have to fight a war, but we have to execute Krishna consciousness. So we must be very, very diligent on this point, that weakness of heart should not allow us to overcome. Should not allow us to overcome. And we should remain in the association of those devotees who are actually strong in Krishna consciousness. Okay? This first lesson we learned from this translation itself. Gita Bhushan commentary. I am trembling because of the sin of contemplating the destruction of relatives. How am I to act? If this was Arjuna's point, and that we have mentioned that he said, what to talk of killing the relatives? The very thought of killing the relatives is very sinful, and it would have been better that even if I'm unarmed and I'm not resisting, that they should kill me. In that way, the sin of my sin of thinking to kill the superiors will be destroyed. That was he was thinking. So he's trembling now that how can I think of such a sin? Okay. So now, what is the significance of the words? Lord is explaining. By the mercy of Indra, you have been born as the son of Pritha or Partha. There's a note here. Indra impregnated Kunti through the power of mantra, and Arjuna was born. I think many devotees will know this, is it not? But some devotees may not know this. I think if everybody has seen Mahabharata, they will know this. How many of you have seen Mahabharata? One. Only me? 2, 3, 4. Okay, so all of you know this, that Durvasa Muni had come. Oh, Durvasa Muni had come to father's name, Kunti Bhoj. Yeah, at that time Mother Kunti was not married, and then he was very satisfied with her service and seeing her future. He said, "What do you want?" Then she said, "No, I do not want to do a service to you, an expectation of a vardhan, but no, you please take some benediction from me." Then he said, "Okay, I will give you a mantra by which, if you remember any demigod, he will come and satisfy your desires." So then, out of curiosity, you know that she just called for sun god, and the sun god came and said, "Oh, no, I am not married. How can I have son through you like this and that?" But he said, "No, you have come, you called me, so I have to give you a son." So then he gave her a son, but she was not polluted. And actually, you know why it is called Karna? Because the is very inconceivable. But Karna came out from her ears. Inconceivable. Some people say mythology, but it's not mythology. It's all great science. Then you know that later on, Pandu Maharaj, she was married to Pandu. Yes, she was married to Pandu, and Pandu got a curse that if he would associate with his wife for procreation, then he will immediately die. So then he was very sad that he was not having any sons. Then Mother Kunti told to him about this benediction, and then he said, "Yes, you should procreate children, and it's a standard practice. If the husband could not procreate, then a brahmana or superior person could procreate the kids through the wife of one person. But now all this is banished in Kali Yuga. That is not allowed. So now." Then she asked, Yudhishthira Maharaj and others. So then Yudhishthira Maharaj was born from Dharmaraj. Dharmaraj means Yamraj. And Bhima was born from Vayu, and Arjuna was born from Indra. So this is the whole story behind this. So I just explained in case somebody does not know. So this shows a great lineage and power, which was, and this was all through the power of mantra. So Arjuna had the ansha or shakti or power of Indra. So he was very powerful. So he was not supposed to be leading to such or giving into such importance. That is the significance of the word Partha. Do not succumb to cowardice. Cowardice means हिंदी में क्या कहते हैं उसको? Cowardice means भयभीत होकर के झगड़ा नहीं, मतलब युद्ध नहीं करना से निर्भयता का अपोजिट होता है. I'm forgetting the name word of that. So cowardice you understand anyhow. To be a coward, klebyam. Such cowardice of a kshatriya in name only is not suitable for you, Arjuna, since you have the capacity to conquer the whole universe and are a friend of me, the Supreme Lord. Now you see, it is interesting that Kayarta bolte hai. Yes, Kayarta. Okay. But we are having an English class, so I should have not translated it to Hindi, because a person who only understands English, he will not be able to understand. But it's okay, fine. Kayarta you understand. So now the idea is you don't know this pastime, you don't know. When Arjuna had gone to, this is the time of the war, so Arjuna had gone for some time to Swarga, you know this, and he fought demons named Trigartas, if I'm not wrong. 60,000 Trigartas. Trigarta, I'm not sure, but name I'm not sure, but they were demons, very strong demons, which even Indra could not defeat, and he alone defeated all of them alone. So you see how powerful he was. So that's what Lord is saying. You have your history to aapka nahi dikha raha is prakar se. Your history does not show that you are a coward. So how we can lead to such cowardice now? Okay. Yes. The phrase seems to indicate that Arjuna had the capacity to conquer any place rather than to indicate a particular incidence where he conquered the universe. So yes, this phrase is it is referring to, I believe it is referring to Parantapa. No, it refers to Partha only. That you are my friend and you are very powerful, and nobody has ever been able to conquer you. So you should not be conquered by this importance. This is not cowardice. If Arjuna is asking this question, this is not cowardice in the form of lack of courage, but rather a judgment arising through consideration of proper action towards those worthy of worship, such as Bhishma, and an act of compassion toward cousins such as Duryodhana, who will die by the blows of my weapons. So how the beautiful commentary by Srila Baldev with the Bhushan Pad, that Arjuna gives this argument that no, I am not coward. I am not coward. I am very, very strong. But it is only because of my generosity. It is only out of my compassion, thinking how will I be able to kill my superiors and see the cousins, how much pain they will get by my weapons, by the blow of my weapons. That's why I'm not thinking to fight. So so that's how we justify not doing dharma. Oh, it is so cold today. Yesterday I slept at 11 o'clock. How can I wake up for japa? I'm a sincere and serious devotee. But you must see, I had to do so much service yesterday. I cannot wake up for Mangalarti, which is not possible. You should understand my point. This is how we give all kinds of arguments to not perform dharma. All of us have this kind of attitude. So we should give up this attitude. No, Lord gives this argument. This is not correct judgment nor compassion, but a transitory Shudram weakness of heart. Shudram is very small. Therefore, give up that weakness and prepare for the fight. Uttishta. I'll explain this. This is very interesting. Transitory. Okay. Let me use modern language. Do you know what is the meaning of crush? Crush, you understand? Crush is what people say that, oh, she loves me so much. Oh, he loves me so much. Like this is called crushes. Now this is too much. And that crushes the living entity completely. Or the word is infatuation. And it is there only for a small time, and then it goes away. One devotee was mentioning, I will not take his name. He was brahmachari and he was a very nice singer. And he's now a singer, nice singer also. Now also. So that the Mataji who actually kind of captured him, she used to tell him, oh Prabhuji, you sing so nicely. You should always sing. You give such nice lectures. You should always give the lectures. Or you should only give the lectures. And then later on he said, now she does not even pay obeisances. She is married to him. So this is called infatuation. This is all external things. We become infatuated by people. We become infatuated by greed. We become infatuated by so many things. And later on, when the whole thing goes away, we said, oh, I should have not behaved like this. So similarly, it's a transitory thing. You are feeling like this, but you see later on, just if you go back from the war, and then they will challenge you. What is this? They see as Arjun, he was a coward, and immediately you will raise a pen and fight with them. So what is the value of that? Your so-called compassion. You are anyhow going to fight. Just few. Well, it was not before, not much before. This war of Virat, which happened, was not much before, because 13 years have passed. After that, Virat war has happened, in which Arjuna as Brindala had fought with the Kauravas. And soon after that, there was this war of Mahabharat. So it was not long ago that you have fought with them. So what is this? Is only a transitory thing which is happening to you. So you understand the meaning of the word Shudra? It is a transitory thing. Do not be overwhelmed by it, and peacefully practice Krishna consciousness. Same thing we tell to if some brahmachari becomes overwhelmed by lust or something, we said, please do not be overwhelmed. This is a transitory thing. It will come and go. You please continue peacefully in your Krishna consciousness. So prepare for the fight. Uttishta. Uttishta, you understand? Uttishta means to rise. O afflictor of the enemy, Parantapa, do not become the laughing stock of the enemy. Beautiful point. Did you notice this? I mean, are you able to relish the meaning of the words here? Beautiful. Parantapa means you have always chastised your enemy. Nobody has been able to defeat you. You have been an undefeated champion, so to speak. Okay? But now all these people will make fun of you, my dear Prabhu. So why you want to be like this? You understand this point? So once again, just give me a second. Yeah. So the Lord has very deep import in speaking when He speaks. So in this way we should understand the whole significance of the word Parantapa. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Arjuna was addressed as the son of Pritha, who happened to be the sister of Krishna's father Vasudeva. This is to be understood a little bit more clearly. Krishna's father Vasudeva. Krishna's father's father was, I'm forgetting the name of that person. The whole genealogy is like this. Krishna's father is Vasudeva, and Vasudeva's father had a daughter. She was Kunti. So then he had given this daughter to Maharaj Kunti Bhoj, because he did not have any progeny. So that's why she is known as Kunti, because she is adopted by Kunti Bhoj king, if I'm not wrong. All these things are there. So this is a great lineage. So in a sense, Arjuna is saying, therefore Arjuna had a blood relationship with Krishna. So you see, Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead himself, and he's saying you have a blood relationship with me. So how can you have such kind of importance coming in you in this difficult situation? Vasudeva's father's name, Maharaj Surshen. No. Sursen, no. Sursen was the king. Vasudeva was not the son of Sursen. No. I'm not sure. Let's leave that point. The point is that his father had a daughter whose name was Kunti. So Kunti was the real sister of Vasudeva, and she was given to Kunti Bhoj Maharaj, like this. Okay. But I missed the point. What I wanted to say. Oh, this chat disturbs me. Don't chat now. What I wanted to say. Anyways, I forgot then what can I say. If the son of a Kshatriya declines to fight, he is a Kshatriya in name only. And if the son of a Brahmana acts impiously, he is a Brahmana in name only. This is a very important point. So this is called, what I wanted to say was, Lord says, Kutastavaha Kashma Limidam. From where it has come, this kind of importance in the first shloka. In the second shloka, that means from the point of lineage, it doesn't come, it doesn't adjust in you. From the point of your own capacity to fight, it doesn't look nice that you are actually giving in to this kind of importance. So from where have it come? You should remember that shloka also. Same thing here is mentioned here. So you belong to a great family, you should not lead to this kind of importance. Such Kshatriyas and Brahmanas are unworthy sons of their fathers. Therefore, Krishna did not want Arjuna to become an unworthy son of a Kshatriya. Srila Prabhupada explains that the sun is sun and urine, putra and mutra are produced from the same organ. But if the son is not a devotee, then he is simply the urine of his father. It seems very strange and very shocking, but the purpose of producing a son is putpu namak narakah trayate iti putraha, that the putra is supposed to be born so that he will deliver the father from going into the hell named Pu. He should be such a nice devotee, and if he simply becomes an engineer and doctor, simply, we have no problem of people becoming engineer and doctor, but we have a problem if they do not become devotee of the Lord. I am also some kind of engineer and some kind of doctor also, spiritual doctor. So if a person does not become a devotee, then he is useless. That is the point is mentioned. So the same thing Prabhupada is telling here. If a Kshatriya son is not behaving like a Kshatriya, useless. If a Brahmana son does not behave like a Brahmana, useless. Like this. Okay. And if the son of a great devotee, that means spiritual son of a great devotee, does not become a great devotee, useless. We should become Srila Prabhupada is a great preacher, so we should become also a preacher. This is our Acharya Sampradaya. We should expand Krishna consciousness. Before I go further, a thought came to my mind which is very wonderful. Suppose now I little bit understand Bhagavad Gita. Just think about it. But if I don't have a backup, if I don't teach Bhagavad Gita, and if my hard drive is destroyed, then this knowledge is destroyed. Is it not? We have something very important in a laptop, then we keep 2 or 3 backups. So if this hard drive crashes, then from there, other thing it can be retrieved. So all of us must try to understand this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita very nicely and disseminate. You understand the word disseminate? Disseminate means pass on to others, so that even if we die, and obviously we're going to die, then others are also going to continue the process and preserve the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. This is a very important point to be understood. So it's very important for us to follow in the footsteps of Srila Prabhupada, practice Krishna consciousness, understand the philosophy, and preserve it by teaching to others also. Okay, we'll go ahead. Arjuna was the most intimate friend of Krishna, and Krishna was directly guiding him on the chariot. But in spite of all these credits, if Arjuna abandoned the battle, he would be committing an infamous act. Therefore, Krishna said that such an attitude in Arjuna did not fit his personality. All those things which are applicable to Arjuna have such an application, very great application in our own life. We are also guided by Lord Krishna through Bhagavad Gita. We also have association of Vaishnavas. We also know how to attain the goal of life, and we also have association of Vaishnavas. So everything is there, and in spite of that, if we do not endeavor seriously to attain the goal of life, that is not becoming of us. That is very unbecoming of us. Are you able to understand this point? सब कुछ दे दिया है भगवान कृष्ण ने. Hari Naam, Hari Katha, everything has been given. Still, if you don't make use, then what can you do? You can bring the horse to water, but can't make it drink. So I'm trying to map what the situation of Arjuna to our situation, because Bhagavad Gita is not spoken only for Arjuna, it's for our benefit also, mainly for our benefit. Arjuna might argue that he would give up the battle on the grounds of his magnanimous attitude for the most respectable Bhishma and his relatives, but Krishna considered that sort of magnanimity mere weakness of heart. This we have discussed already, that Arjuna might have argued that it's not because of cowardice, but because of respect for my relatives that I am not fighting. But Krishna doesn't accept all these things. One time, Radha Govind Maharaj makes a joke. One brahmachari, he was in saffron, so he wanted to marry. So then he told the Maharaj, my father and mother want me to get married. That's why I want to take up white. So then Radhakund Maharaj said that, so 15 years back when you joined the ashram, the father and mother were not there. They did not want to get married. Now, if you want to get married, if you want to get married, why you want to blame it on your father and mother? Is it not? So now Arjun does not want to fight, and he is making some excuses. Oh, this is not exactly cowardice, but like this and like this and like that and like this. So okay. So it just reminds me of that incident. Okay. Such false magnanimity was not approved by any authority. Therefore, such magnanimity or so-called non-violence should be given up by persons like Arjuna under the direct guidance of Krishna. You see how and where the compassion has to be applied, one should learn in the association of senior devotees. Sometimes I've seen how, like in IIT, he used to be a very good friend of mine. He used to practice Krishna consciousness very nicely. But then he made association with another friend, and just out of friendship, and he himself was finished. Similarly, I was discussing with one devotee yesterday that in certain aspects we should be selfish. In what aspects we should be selfish? For our own spiritual advancement. You will see in this group also, so many devotees will join and many devotees will drop also. Make sense? To those whom you will preach, many will drop. But if they are dropping, it doesn't mean that I am going to stop my practice of Krishna consciousness. Does it make sense? Just like if all of us are in a jail. So if I want to go out of the jail, I know the formula. If others want to continue in the jail, I am not going to stop for them. This is a very important attitude we should cultivate. If others are not serious, if others are doing things not seriously, sincerely, I have nothing to, I cannot help them in that sense if they don't want to, but I am not going to stop for them. Because my shelf life is not, is not infinite. And for a very short time I will be in this body, and I'll just take off for another body. Very important point. So doing our dharma, we should be very, very diligent. We should be very, very diligent, you understand? करना है, इसको करना है, नाम जब करना है, पत्नी नहीं कर रही, बच्चे नहीं कर रहे, उससे मतलब नहीं, हमें करना है. Even if the sister is not doing, the father is not doing, I must do. So okay, I will not take up another shloka because we have only 10 minutes left. I will take up some questions if you have some. Otherwise, I'll ask some questions. So now I'll just allow the devotees to speak finally. Otherwise, we'll do Parayan. Yes, Prabhuji, do Parayan. We have no questions. We are dull people. We don't understand anything. What is this? Were you speaking in Hindi or Bengali? I did not understand, get anything. So let me just allow you to speak something in case you want something to speak. Once again. Yes, now you can speak. So if you want to say something, you please feel free to speak. You want to say, no, somebody want to say something? No. We want to say no. We want to say no. Yes, Milind. Yes, Prabhu. Yes, please.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, I was having a question as yesterday was Ekadashi, and by the grace of Lord Shri Krishna and Acharya, we were trying to do that. Prabhuji, I was just asking that, what is the importance of breaking the Ekadashi fast on that particular Muhurta?
Yeah, because then you will get the benefit of Ekadashi. So it has to be done within that Muhurta. Like that. Okay.
It is mandatory every time.
Yes.
Actually, the thing is that in last Kartik month, I was just following some another calendar, and it was written like 10 to 20.
No, see, the point is, yeah, I understand the question. I was really supposed to inform the devotees. Normal practice is that if the sun rises, you can break the fast. So it's not a thing, but we should try to make sure follow. Yeah, no problem. As far as no problem. As far as possible, try to limit yourself within the timings. But in that also there are so many opinions.
But you shared that thing, so really thank you so much for that.
No problem.
That timing.
Okay.
Krishna.
Timing correct, see. But it's not thank you to me. Some Mataji mentioned. See, what nice thing which is there is, एकादशी के दिन राइस नहीं खाते हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि वो अन्न होता है. We don't take rice or any other form of grains because it will lead to eating cow flesh. That is equal to the sin of eating cow flesh. So we do not take any grains on Ekadashi. Even prasadam also is not taken. Srila Jiva Goswami Pad explains this point that devotees should not eat grains anyhow. If you have by eating, first listen to me. Devotees should not eat grains anyhow. Kya khana hai? Phal khana hai kya? Should we eat fruits? No. You should only take prasadam. When it is not Ekadashi, you should not eat grains anyhow. You should eat only prasadam. So when it is said that do not eat grains, it means we should not take prasadam which is made from grains also on Ekadashi. Very nice and balanced answer. This is very clear. Now if you have eaten, no problem. You ask, no problem means you ask forgiveness from the Supreme Lord. My Lord, I was ignorant about the rules. From next Ekadashi I'll follow properly. Krishna is very merciful. See, the point is, purposefully if I am eating, then it is wrong, as is sinful. But if by mistake I have done that, then you ask my Lord Krishna, I was not knowing about it. So I'll see how, and my dear Milind Prabhu, you should ask thank you to Milind Prabhu. He asked question on Ekadashi. That's why I'm now able to know about it. And next time you should follow nicely. Not a problem. Okay? So Krishna is merciful. Hey, you have not followed Ekadashi. Now I'll send you to hell. It's not like that. You can always start from there. Jab jago tabhi savera, is it not? But that doesn't apply to your japa. It's not, oh, I'll wake up at, Prabhu, you told like, what is the shloka? Jab jago tabhi savera. Yeah! So whenever I wake up, that is Manga, that is Brahmurt. No, I'll wake up at 8 o'clock. No, that is rascaldom. No, that is not accepted. So if somebody else has some other things or to share, or okay, what did you learn from the shloka? What is some points you learned from the shloka? If not, then I'll ask the question. Yes, Risha Mataji, please. Yes, speak.
Prabhuji, the lessons that we learn from the shloka in our context is like our weakness. First is our weakness of heart should not stop us from being Krishna conscious.
Very, very important.
Secondly,
yes, continue.
Secondly, we should be compassionate towards. Our compassion should be justified.
Yes. And not simply justified by us, but justified in relationship by consultation with senior devotees and Shastra. Does it make sense? Yes. Okay. Yes. And what we mentioned about Shudram, you understand, transitory. We made something about crushes and infatuations. So in the infatuations of this world should not again stop us from practicing Krishna consciousness. They will come and go, lust will come and go, greed will come and go. Maharaj was explaining very nicely, just like wind, andhi. Strong wind is not always blowing. Sometimes it blows and it doesn't, sometimes it does not blow. So when the wind is blowing, we stay in our home. So if there is too much lust, if there is so much greed and this, stay home, just stay calm, chant Hare Krishna, be in the session of devotees, it will go away. But it doesn't mean that we stop our practice of Krishna consciousness. Okay? Any other questions or something? You want to share something? Risha Mataji, want to say something? Okay. Joy Mataji, did you learn something? Okay, I'll ask one question from you. In which language I was speaking? Can you answer? It was Hindi or Sanskrit or Bengali? What are the three options? English, okay, so you understood this point. So, what is the significance of the word Partha?
Partha means Krishna was indicating to Arjun that you are the son of Pritha.
Yes.
And Pritha is my
auntie, yes. Buaji, now you understand? Buaji. See, auntie is very impersonal, but Buaji, everybody auntie. But Buaji shows very clear connection. Sister of my. Do you love your Buajis? Is not, we love our Buajis. No, we have normally Buajis are having very affectionate relationship with their Bhatijajis. Is it not Bhatija or Bhatiji like that? So it was Krishna is the Bhatija of Mother Kunti. So very intimate relationship. Yes. So so usse kya hoega?
So Krishna says that you are my relative. So you cannot behave like this.
Yes, we cannot behave like this. So sometimes we are also told, you are chanting Hare Krishna? In the lineage I was born, people are supposed to eat meat. So when I was in IIT, another boy, classmate, whatever, he was also in the same lineage. So he said, hey, being born in such a nice lineage, you are not eating meat? What do you think? You are doing such a bad work. So this is how people are thinking like this. So Krishna, Arjuna was from a great lineage. He was not supposed to behave like a coward person. What was the word? What is the significance of the word parantapa? What did you remember? Yes, I am also good in making quiz. Yes, parantapa.
Parantapa means chastiser of the enemy.
Okay.
So Arjun has a very great history where he even killed demons who cannot even killed by Indra.
Yes.
So Krishna says that you are Parantapa, and if you will not fight, then people will laugh.
Yes, if you will not fight, you have been a chastiser of the enemy. Now you will become a laughing stock of the enemy. So you should rise to the occasion. So okay, so we shall stop here now. We will do Bhagavad Gita Parayan like that, and then we'll stop. Okay. Just give me a second.